Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Adventures of one obsessed nutrition coach on a mission to create a world where food makes you better. I don't know, I'm in a good mood today, guys, and I'm smiling, maybe because I've just been for a walk and got some sun. I don't know, some sun, because I'm in Siberia and you don't really get suntan in March in Siberia. Um, I was breathing fresh air, and I guess that's it. Movement, fresh air, sunlight. What else do we need to be happy, right? Well, we need to stay healthy, right? Because health, guys, when you are healthy, you can make yourself feel good like this. And when we are not healthy, most of the things do not feel good, and we are not happy about most of the things about our life and everything in it. We become those, complaining people who at other times we are trying to avoid at all costs. Anyhow, this week we're talking a lot about coronavirus, about our immune system, about foods and supplements that you can use for good to improve the working of your immune system, to make you feel better and to not catch anything, not the coronavirus, not flu, not anything, but to stay your best self, stay your most healthiest, your most productive, your most energetic self, not just for yourself, but also for other people who might need your help, who might get sick, or something else might happen to people around you. I don't wish it at all, but it might happen. So if you are your strongest self, you can also help others and help your business and inspire and motivate and support others. So anyhow, we talked about nutrition, about supplements, so refer back to previous episodes if you want to listen more to more information, if you want to learn more about foods and supplements that can support your body, your immune system through these challenging times of coronavirus and flu season. Today we will be talking about something that I kind of missed out upon. We will be talking about behavioral strategies that you can use while not going out much. I mean, I'm used to working online, to spending most of my working time online at home, or, whatever country I happen to be in. But I'm used to this kind of environment where I stay a lot of time by myself, just working on emails, talking to my clients online, and doing online workouts for some of my clients. I do that also, by the way. So if you want to get some nutrition coaching, lifestyle coaching, or personal training online while in quarantine from me, to keep you going, you can do that with me too. So, but the point is, I'm used to this kind of work. I'm used to be working online and managing my habits, my eating habits, my movement habits, all of these habits, staying at home by myself most of the time. I'm used to that. But a lot of my clients, a lot of you guys might not be, as I'm realizing. You might be used to commuting, to going out to work, to see more people, to not be by your fridge all the time, to not sit at home most of the time. For a lot of you, that might be a new thing, and you might not be that used to managing your lifestyle and eating habits in this kind of situation. And you might think that this fact doesn't change a lot, when in reality it does change quite a lot. For example, if you were in a situation when you had to go out to work or do other things, and now you have to stay at home most of the time, you might find that you spend more time by the fridge than you'd like to. You might find that you tend to snack and eat more. You might find it much more difficult to control your eating habits. You might find more challenging to exercise, especially if gyms around you are closed or you don't have your classes that you usually have. You might find it challenging to even go out, because it might even be forbidden to go out. Like in a lot of, not in a lot, but in some places in Europe, people are not allowed to go out unless they have to like get food, or maybe get some medical stuff sorted out, or something more of like emergency in nature. So you might be stuck in that situation, but you still need to be able to do some work properly. You still probably need to be able to support people around you, maybe your family, maybe your spouses. You still need to be able to function, to support your health, mental and physical. And as a human being, if you want to support your health, you still need to be able to manage your eating habits, your movement habits. You still need daylight for your optimal function. You still need to get out. You still need fresh air. You still need to move. Nobody canceled that those requirements of your body. And if you're now working from home and you're feeling stuck and you're feeling really depressed or unmotivated, there might be a reason for that, and you might actually improve that situation a lot by organizing your environment appropriately, by scheduling things that used to happen automatically, but now they don't anymore. So you need to create new habits around this new situation that hopefully we are temporarily in. And soon it's gonna be over, but for now you need the skill. So when it comes to eating habits, you might notice that you tend to gravitate towards fridge or kitchen more often. You might notice that you start snacking more. And guys, believe it or not, but that's not because of your increased hunger or need for nutrition or stress. Most of the time we have some stress. It's not news for us. But more often than not, it just, you never created some sort of schedule or routine around your eating habits while you're stuck inside. So what I recommend to do to all of my clients who now are stuck more in home than anywhere is create schedule, create routines for all of your eating behaviors. Don't just eat when you feel like it, when you have some craving, when you have a thought about food, when you think you might be wanting food. No, the best way to actually manage your eating habits is to create schedule around your eating habits. Let's say you eat 3 times a day, so set up timer. So you eat at 9, let's say, or 8 or 7, whatever that be in the morning. Or maybe you do intermittent fasting. That is actually one of the best strategies to control your eating habits. It's not so much about even how much calories you're going to eat or not eat because of intermittent fasting. It just gives you some sort of order in your eating habits. So let's say you schedule your breakfast for 8, your lunch for 12, your dinner for 6 or 7. So if that works for you, if this schedule works for you, then stick to it. And don't think about food at other times like it doesn't exist. It doesn't matter what you have in your fridge, in your cupboard, in your kitchen. It doesn't matter. You need to have order around your eating habits. So one of the best things is to schedule them. So decide when you eat, and also very beneficial to control, to have an idea, to manage your eating habits. It's also really great to have some sort of plan. It doesn't have to be precise, but for example, for every lunch, breakfast, dinner, you have, let's say, half of your plate or even more so is covered with vegetables. Then you have some source of protein, maybe fish, maybe chicken, maybe meat, and then maybe you have a couple of handfuls of nuts, or maybe you have a piece of fruit, or whatever that be. Have a plan and stick with it. Have the time when you eat, have the foods that you eat. Even better, pre-plan it, pre-cook it in advance, so you don't have to do much at all, but just, sit down and eat like you usually would. Treat it like your work situation. So if you usually we're used to having lunch, let's say at 1 p.m., 1 to 2 p.m. Then have your lunch at 1 at 2 p.m. at home too. And try to create some sort of routine for your home eating, just as you would at your office, like as you would have in your office. So create this routine and stick to it. And again, to repeat myself, intermittent fasting, or having periods of time when you say, okay, I'm not going to be eating at this time because it helps my digestion, it helps my energy levels, it helps me to focus on my work, it helps me to manage my weight while I'm stuck at home. So intermittent fasting, be that 16-8 or 18-6 or 20-22 or whatever that might be, have your schedule and stick with that. This is one of the best eating hacks, weight loss hacks, weight maintenance hacks as you can have around your meals. So have a routine and stick with that. And if you, again, if you are someone who are not used to this kind of scheduling, then, well, for this specific situation, it might be your best solution. So schedule it and then eat it. Don't forget, guys, that even though you might be stuck at home working, if you can go out, and it's not forbidden, go out there, get some air, get some sun. It's actually safer to be outside, not close to other people outside, but be outside by yourself, or maybe with a family member who lives with you. Go outside. There is much less chance that you're gonna get any sort of disease or virus outside, because viruses spread inside much better. But more than that, you need sunlight for your mental and physical health. You need movement. You need fresh air. Your health is going to be much, much better. Your immune system will work better. Everything will work better if you get outside. Especially important to get outside in the morning before noon, as early as possible, as close as possible to sunrise. Get outside, even if it's just for a few minutes, for a short walk. Get outside, get some sun, get some fresh air. Believe me, guys, it's not just good for your immune system and your overall health and to, I don't know, lose weight or whatever. It's really amazing for your motivation levels and for your mental health and well-being. So make a point to get outside. Rain, shine, doesn't matter. Get outside. You're going to feel much better after you do this. When it comes to training, guys, train. Still train. Nobody canceled your body's need for movement. Your muscles still work. They need stimulation, and you don't need to go to the gym. Sign up for millions now, especially, there are so many classes and schools popping out offering all of the classes online. What I personally love is signing up for some streaming class. So I'm actually at the same time with a lot of people around the world doing the workouts in my place, in a comfort on my own home. And if you ask me, it's even better. You sweat in the comfort of your own home, and nobody is looking at you, nobody's watching you, and nobody can judge you whether you're doing good or you're doing not so good, how fit or unfit you are. That is amazing. We can do so many classes and workshops online. And for physical training, especially physical training that doesn't require any equipment, that most of the online workshops actually try to do. So you can do them anywhere, in a small place, in a big place. You can find classes at any time streaming online. You're going to be in synchrony with people around the world who might also be stuck in a quarantine. So this is an amazing opportunity for you to figure out another way to conveniently exercise in your own house by your computer in case there is some emergency. So use that. And and if it's warm outside, if the weather allows, you can even take your phone with you, put it somewhere and do exercise outside, getting the sunshine, getting the fresh air, exercising in synchrony with other people around the world who are in the same situation, might be on quarantine or not, but use it. It's a great way to work out, and you can find, again, any workout you want to do. I personally love dance classes and high intensity kind of whole body workouts, your body weight workouts. One of my favorite ones is Con Body, that is a lot of body weight exercises, high intensity, usually designed by this guy who used to be in prison, and then he lost a bunch of weight there, and then he got out and he decided to use his strategy to help a lot of people lose weight, get healthier, and also get to a better life situation. Anyhow, so Conbody, one of my favorites, but you can use any. You can do yoga, you can do dancing, you can do whole body boot camps, whatever that might be, guys. There is a way to exercise, so do that, please. Another life or food or lifestyle hack while in quarantine that will help you to manage your eating habits. It's tracking your food. A lot of people, you might be one of those people who used to track your food by, again, maybe having a breakfast, lunch at the office, maybe some dinner somewhere else, and maybe the same kind of lunch, dinner outside. And now that you have to cook your meals or order them, maybe I don't know, maybe prepare yourself, maybe somebody else will prepare that for you. A lot of people find it difficult to track and stay on track when it comes to weight loss or weight maintenance. So I highly advise for this kind of tracking purpose to use one of the apps that allow you to track your food and have a lot of foods in their database, like MyFitnessPal, for example. So put your food as precise as possible in and try to stick to your meal plan, and the app will calculate the macros, the calories for you, so at least you can feel that you have some sort of control when it comes to the amount of foods, the kinds of food you eat, and then also you can, track the results. So if all of a sudden you start putting, weight, then in the app you can track what you've been eating, how much of it you've been eating, and then you can adjust that accordingly. So those apps, even I, myself, when I find it difficult to stay on track with some sort of diet or fitness regime, I use those apps to track what I do, to then if I don't like my results, I can easily adjust what I do because it's in some app all recorded, because it's hard to change what you don't record, guys. So for example, you stay at home and you think that you've been eating normally and exercising usually, but then all of a sudden you start putting on weight. So if you don't track it, it's hard to figure out what you did wrong and what you can adjust. When you have it all written down at least you have a better chance to figure out what might be wrong and where you can adjust it to get better results. And I think for my best lifestyle, food and training hacks, that's it. When it comes to eating habits, track it, create a schedule of your meals, do intermittent fasting to maintain some sort of routine in your eating habits, because if you eat whatever whenever, guys, you're gonna put on weight, because being stuck at home, not having your regular routine, not seeing many people, being out of everything, it can really bring you down. And if you don't pay attention to anything you do, what you eat, when you eat, how much you eat, as a human being, as a normal human being, you're gonna eat more, you're gonna put on weight, you're gonna eat later, you're gonna eat foods that don't work for your body but at the moment might feel like comfort. So track things, have a schedule. If you don't like to be working out alone, then sign up for one of those streaming classes services. You can do bike, or you can do yoga, or you can do high intensity training without any equipment. You can do a lot of things. And of course, don't forget to get outside, get sun, get fresh air. You have the least chances to catch anything outside, and you will have the benefit of sun and fresh air that will help you to support your physical and mental health and well-being. So that's it. But no, that's not it. The last piece of advice, actually nutritional piece of advice that I like to share with you today, it's also kind of delicious, guys. So you might have heard about zinc and copper as top supplements to take to help your immune system, your body to protect itself from viruses and from infections, coronavirus including. And you might have heard about it, but you don't hear that much about the ratio that you need to be consuming zinc and copper in to avoid imbalances and health problems. So besides, whole foods, if you decide to supplement, and I do recommend that for a lot of people to support your immune system through these challenging times. So if you decide to supplement with zinc and copper, you need to consume zinc and copper in a certain ratio, 10 or 15 to 1. So for each 10-15 milligrams of zinc, you need to get one milligram of copper. And actually, the best way I found, and the best way that is really highly absorbable and works amazingly in your body. So besides whole foods, besides all the seafood, I take zinc supplement, 15 milligrams, and for each of those small tablets that I have 15 milligrams, I take, and that's what I recommend to do, 1 ounce of dark chocolate, 90% or higher. The higher, the better. And that 1 ounce will give you a little bit more, or somewhere around 1 milligram of copper, the perfect amount to balance out your 10 to 15 milligrams of zinc. And copper in supplements, it's not absorbed that well, so that's why I also recommend to pair your zinc with chocolate. You can even stick your zinc tablet in your chocolate and chew it all together. But again, the chocolate has to be 90% or more. You gotta eat 1 ounce for each 10-15 milligrams of zinc. You gotta eat 1 ounce of dark chocolate, 90% and more. So that's my last piece of delicious, nutritious, immune boosting advice for you for today. So that's it for this week. Stay healthy, stay active, even at home, no matter what. Get some sunshine, get some fresh air, keep moving, keep eating zinc and dark chocolate, guys. Hopefully, through this weekend, the situation is going to improve for you and for the whole world, and we're going to get out of this healthier and stronger. But in any case, thank you for listening. Share this episode with more people, as many people as possible, or at least with one person you really care about, so they could also stay well and healthy through this weekend. So thank you for listening. I really appreciate everything you do and everything you contribute with your energy being here. Share this episode. And till next time, as usual, eat better daily.